As the path of Hurricane Irma came closer to the Dominican Republic and Haiti, the Good Samaritan Hospital in La Romana began making preparations to be a relief center for citizens in the city and the surrounding bateys. They initiated a preparedness committee several days prior to the hurricane to make sure that the hospital was staffed throughout the hurricane and that vital services would be provided. When the hurricane passed north of the island and very minimal damage was produced, the next step was to visit some of the most isolated bateys to see what needs people had and if repairs were required. Food was and is the greatest need at this time. Please consider a donation to make sure that these bateys have their needs met. As you can see from these pictures, several of the houses still need repairs. Hey guys, you can see right behind me that we're getting ready to do a food distribution right here in Bate Papita. And so right now there's mostly just some older folks here and some children. And we've been looking at some videos of houses, the ones getting built, and also some older structures that need to be replaced. So we knew that this was one of the places that needed food the most, and so we've started out here. I'll share some other videos later. Staff from the Social Service Committee at the Good Samaritan Hospital respond to the needs in the bateys by providing food that has been donated or purchased through gifts to the Good Samaritan Hospital. Hi folks, I'm sending you this video from the Dominican Republic as I'm here visiting with friends and the hospital, Good Samaritan Hospital, where I used to work. I came here about a week ago, not knowing what was going to happen after Hurricane Irma, and the very good information that I can share with everybody is that the bateys and the hospital and everybody that we worked with are safe, and damage was very, very minimal. There were a few homes out in the bateys that were damaged, mostly water damage. There was one roof that they found that was damaged and that needs to be repaired, but basically it's a little bit of water damage, some flooding around some of the bateys, but everything else is really minimal. Thankfully, Hurricane Irma went north of the island of Hispaniola, so the Dominican and Haiti were pretty much spared, which was great relief to everybody here. They really don't have the infrastructure to deal with things. So it's been a time for me, instead of doing some hurricane relief work, been working with the Social Service Department to look at some of the programs that they're working with and to find ways to maybe restructure some of those things to help empower the people working in those programs to find ways that they can have more ownership, look at ways that they can follow standards that I've been learning about called the SPHERE standards, and hopefully get some of those things integrated into their programs. I'm really excited about that. You can look at the SPHERE project online to learn more about that, and hopefully we'll hear more about that as if you're one of the teams that come down to the Dominican Republic. We'll be learning more about that as you come down this next year. I'm excited about the way that the hospital was able to organize itself and get prepared for any hurricane relief that they might have. They really, really were doing great work here. So it's been exciting to see how prepared they were. They learned from their experience with Hurricane George in 1998 to know some of the things that they needed to do to be prepared ahead of time. They had great communication and preparedness, as you can see in some of the pictures earlier in this video. So watching them work through that has been really exciting, and shows me that they're at a stage that they just were not at back in 1998 and are ready to move on to greater development work here. So I hope that you're encouraged by learning about how prepared they were, and they're really ready to take some more steps into greater ownership of the projects down here. I hope as a team, if you're coming down to work with them, that you allow them to have greater ownership of those projects and you just come alongside them and help them make those decisions and and be empowered by all the things that they are able to do here. So thank you for your support and for your continued support in these projects. I would ask that you continue to work with me and International Ministries, continue to support the World Missions Offering that is through September and October of this year, and the healthcare project that I work with that allows me to have funds to be able to come to places like this when there are emergencies, and immediately I can go, as well as be able to offer funds for these projects when they have emergency issues and needs. So thank you, and God bless you. Your support of the World Missions Offering through International Ministries, as well as ongoing monthly gifts to my support, make it possible for me to respond to disasters such as Hurricane Irma. Thank you for your prayers, your gifts, and your support during this time. For more information, please go online to internationalministries.org and look for Christy Engel under People, or follow me on Facebook.